Alright, everything is all good, I assume. I mean, I'll be able to find out on YouTube pretty soon. Welcome Mask, welcome me back, welcome Gussie. Welcome 69, good timing there. Yeah, I just heard myself, that's good. The stream delay is so long. just heard alright just then. So yeah, I'm waiting on this. Oh, it's loaded. I was waiting for it to load. It's loaded now. It just said it was a blank screen that loaded. It was doing that actually. It's still doing that, but yeah, it actually loaded up. So they're just updating the website clearly. So I got 5. We'll take 5. It's fine. Got Sydney right. Gold Coast, obviously, only lost once at home. So I thought, hey, against a struggling Melbourne, they might win. Obviously, they got smashed, but I'm not mad about getting that wrong. Got the Giants right. Got the Lions wrong. It is what it is. They had a good lead. They lost it. Got the showdown correct. I did tip Geelong, of course. I mean, I think most people did, but obviously that was incorrect. Bulldogs, and obviously the Saints killed her. I'm not annoyed about that because obviously that's Geelong losing. Bulldogs against North. Obvious tip. Hawthorn against Richmond, obviously. Obviously, I was pessimistic as I'm a Hawthorn fan, but I'd still tipped Hawthorn. And from a neutral point of view, it's an obvious win as well. And then Carlton beat West Coast. I tipped West Coast because I thought West Coast would do something. I was clearly wrong about that. So, yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah, I'm on the wrong screen. I just realised. Random AFL fan, aren't you Mr. Cat, mate? He only got Suns and Brisbane wrong. Fremantle missing finals. Yeah, great win. Great win. I woke up during the last quarter of the Carlton game. I was just like, they're getting too many goals here. Can they not overtake us in percentage? And it was pretty close. It's so obvious that's just Mr. Cat, bro. You got 10 seconds to tell me who you actually are, and then I'll let you off. Need verification. So yeah, as I was saying, the ones I got wrong, I'm not too mad about. Apart from the Brisbane one, I was pissed about that one, to be honest. But that's not because I got a tip wrong. That's just the result annoyed me. Because they're not gonna lose to Essendon, quite frankly. So the fact that eighth place go to the Gabba, that's a bit of a worry. I'd rather Brisbane have been in the top 4. Um, and yeah, obviously too easy tips on Sunday. Sunday I took a risk. It didn't pay off, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, Carlton had to win too. Um, an entertaining weekend of footy, and then Sunday was just 3 blowouts. So that is what it is. Yep, looks like he hasn't proven anything, mate. So there you go. Mr. Cat's suspensions have reset, by the way, so he won't. He'll probably miss a few final streams. Anyway, which is a good thing because he just talks nonsense in the chat, so it's not worth it. Let's tip round 24, and obviously the ladder predictor. We'll see how that goes down. Interesting possibilities in what could happen. Right, Melbourne Collingwood. Why this is Friday night, who knows? But I'm going to tip Melbourne. Why am I going to tip Melbourne? Because there's motivation here for Melbourne, right? If they win, they take Collingwood down with them. They guarantee that Collingwood do not make the 8. Now, Collingwood might not make the 8 anyway. Why is it not updated? This should be 52, 3, and 9. Collingwood might not be there anyway. They might not be there anyway. But Melbourne would confirm it officially with a whole weekend left to play. And I think that's enough motivation for Melbourne to beat them. I'm going to go Melbourne by 10. I think Melbourne will be up for it. I think the whole game will be going at them, and I'm gonna go for the Melbourne win. I'm gonna go Melbourne win. Let it pick the AFL site. Have they fixed it? I remember, obviously this is like 2 years ago, but like because they hadn't, because it was broken, I didn't use it. Why have I gone on a ladder? Would be nice to see a direct link, mate. Okay, so we'll do it on both. We'll do it on both. What do you mean there is no motivation? There's literally them beating their rivals to take them down. What are you talking about? It's the same motivation that Collingwood had against Carlton. They beat Carlton. They cost Carlton the top 4 spot. They cost them a final spot 2 years ago. It's the exact same thing. Melbourne can confirm that Collingwood are done mathematically. That is the motivation. Geelong will beat West Coast. People are telling me. Wait, let me get the ladder. I mean, the ladder's right here, but I prefer this ladder. Okay. People were telling me yesterday, oh, the Lions can drop out the 8. Yeah, okay, slim chance of that, mates. What? Fremantle need to smash Port Adelaide, and Lions is at home to Essendon. Okay. You can tell yesterday half the stream was not half the stream, sorry, but about 4 people were high on something, which was about half at one point because we had like 8 viewers most of the time anyway. But still, I just had to point this out. As I was saying, Geelong will beat West Coast. Probably the easiest tip of the entire round for me. Richmond, Gold Coast. Gold Coast have now won an away game. So there's more faith in them. There's more faith in them to do that. Collingwood can already not make the 8. Yeah, they can. They just need a very high margin. What do you mean? What are you talking about? I'm saying officially, mathematically, that Melbourne could knock them out before the rounds even started. That's the motivation. I think you're the one who doesn't. You're the one who usually makes this stuff up, mate. You're the one who usually says, "Oh, is Sydney going to drop out the 8?" Even though it was literally impossible. The Tip the GWS Giants against Western Bulldogs. I'll get there. 69. I'll get there. All right, but yeah, we'll get there. I'm gonna tip Gold Coast. If they did not beat Essendon, I would not have tipped them. I would have tipped Richmond. Would have taken a risk, but I'm gonna play West Coast. We should beat North, and I'm gonna tip us against North. Obviously, with Hawthorn, I'm always worried, but North should be a win. And definitely, if Gold Coast beat Richmond as well, then North are not getting the spoon anyway. So. I mean, I'm pretty sure Richmond's percentage is like really bad anyway. There's no chance. Actually, they're both really bad. They're pretty close actually, but I don't think the Tigers will beat Gold Coast. They might, they might. Brisbane should beat Essendon. Not as easy a tip as Geelong against West Coast, but they should still win. Sydney, I think, will beat Adelaide. So these are Sydney, Brisbane, Geelong. I think I'll definitely get right. Hawthorn as well. So we'll get at least 4. Right, then you come to the last day. I'm going to tip the Giants, but I am tempted to tip the Bulldogs just because I feel like they'll have a good chance in this game. And I think the game will be close. I think it'll be very close. I'm going GWS to edge it by like a point or 2. Very close win for the Giants. May have just hit the mic again. Carlton. I think will beat St Kilda, unfortunately. But it shouldn't be by a large margin, judging by what Saints did against Geelong. If they play that again, they could actually even beat Carlton, but I'm going to go for Carlton win. But not by more of a margin than Hawthorn beat North Melbourne, so we'll be alright, we'll be above them. And then I'm going to go, I've said this for 2 weeks now, I've said this for like 2-3 weeks. I said Freo can beat Port, and I'm going to stick with that. I'm not going to go against that now. There's no point in me saying that constantly for 2 weeks and not doing it, so yeah, I have to go for that one. I have to say it with my chest. Can't even get the whole flipping. I know I can make the screen smaller, but yeah, that's fine. You can see that. Mas McGee, that's 1 minute for false information. I literally said Freo will beat Port Adelaide for the last 2 weeks. Enough of these dumb comments. It's only 1 minute, guys. Unfortunately. We lost the Giants by 9 away from home without... Riley has 30 seconds to say whose ult he is, otherwise he's getting timed out. I think if Carlton beat St Kilda, then Freo are done regardless. Maybe. Actually, yeah, well, I mean, you might have a point. But no, but I've also got the Western Bulldogs to lose to the Giants. So if that happens, then Freo would make it back in, wouldn't they? Yeah, Freo would make it back in. They need one of the 3 teams above them to lose, just one. They don't need all 3 to lose. I think Dogs will finish 9th. The fact that could happen is kind of crazy because they've. It doesn't look like they'd not make it. But as it stands, the way I've tipped, the Dogs are the ones that miss out. That's crazy. That's pretty crazy. It's about Carlton v St Kilda. So that's your fault then, buddy. I literally said for 2 weeks I said Freo beat Port, and then you said, oh, 2 weeks you said they'd lose. You didn't specify the teams. That's your fault, mate. That's on you. Yep, Riley has not said who he is, so there you go. Do you think the final 3 games are the biggest 50-50 games of the year? Possibly. Possibly. But yeah, I definitely thought Carlton would beat St Kilda until they played Geelong, and I just was very impressed by that second half. I'm just like 33 points down. At one point they were 30 points up with like 4 minutes left. 63-point turnover. Obviously not Carlton. Sorry, so obviously Geelong got some goals later on. Freo might not be in danger of missing as you thought. Grass fought. Force on the Blues, 65-point lead West Coast. Shush, ow. For once, Freo fans are not happy with West Coast winning. Right, let's do it on here first, and then we'll is it updated? Yes, it is updated. Okay, why is this one first? It's alphabetical order. Okay, that makes sense. Brisbane by 20. Temporarily in the top 4, but they're not going to stay there. Carlton by 3 goals. No, 2 goals. 2 goals. Geelong West Coast. Unfortunately, Geelong by 33. Hawthorn. I'll go for a 40-point win against North. Puts us temporarily in 6th. Melbourne to beat Collingwood. What did I put in tipping? 10 points. Gonna stick with that. Gold Coast to beat Richmond. Just by 16. Just by 16. Sydney to beat Adelaide. I'll go 4-goal win for Sydney. The Giants to beat the Dogs by a point. Fremantle to beat Port Adelaide. I'll go by less than 2 goals. 11 points. 11 points. So according to my tips, this would be the 8s. According to my tips. Only one of them are wrong. You tip Hawks over North. Biased towards... are you saying I'm biased because I think we'll beat North Melbourne? Is that what bias qualifies us to you? By that logic, everyone is biased. I think my team will win. Oh, you're biased. So, yeah. This would be the finals. As a Brisbane supporter, you still see Port beating Freo. I think Freo will beat Port. I could be wrong, of course. I could be wrong. Graz, explain the bias. Explain the bias. I'm confused. Explain the bias in us beating 17th by 40 points. What's bias about that? They just lost by like... How many lose by against Western Bulldogs? It's the highest margin of Sunday. 96. They just lost by 96 points. But me saying 40 is biased, I'm confused. This guy is strange. If I'm biased, what's meme number? Meme number literally said Fremantle Minor Premiers 2 weeks ago. I'm just pointing this out again. Just like to point this out once again. 2 weeks ago, meme number said Fremantle Minor Premiers, and now they're 9th. I'm just saying. Anyway, right. Sydney Geelong will be quite a good game. But I'll go for the Sydney win. Brisbane at the Gabba, I think, would beat Freo. I'm going to back my team to beat the Blues. I'm going to go for the Giants to beat Port. Port to beat Hawthorn. Brisbane to finally break their MCG curse. And now I've got a Sydney Giants final. That'd be quite a good final, to be fair. An all Sydney final in Melbourne. There you go. Giants flag. In my defense, I said Giants flag at the start of the season. So this would look really good on me if it happens, okay? But obviously I hope it's Hawthorn. I hope Hawthorn go all the way. Hawthorn beating Port away, then Sydney away to win the grand final. Oh, that would be amazing, mate. Hawks will not beat Blues. They have a plan. We just beat the Blues, mate. Port will not beat anyone. Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief. Hawks v Lions grand final. Say a bottle of water. I'm confused. Captain LF. What did he say? Oh, that was a weird comment, yeah. Sydney will win the flag most likely. I'm not sure they're most likely anymore, to be honest. But if they win week 1, obviously they can wait and see the chaos ensue. They need to win week 1, which I think they can. If they play Geelong or Port, they can. The Giants, I don't think, will be 4th, but you never know, I guess. Change your predictions. We're not losing to Port. Unfortunately, I think we will. but I hope I'm wrong. But yeah, I've gone for a Giants flag like normal. Let's do it on this ladder predictor now. This marker's a bit weird. I went by 10, right? I did. I'm not going to go the same margins as I did in the squiggle. I just think of them again. Geelong by... I don't know where's 40. Which one? I don't know. Is that 40? Did I even say 40 last time? Screw it, we'll just stick them there. Gold Coast. Gold Coast by 10. Hawthorn. Brisbane. About there. Sydney. Yeah, the margins aren't going to be accurate compared to my squiggle, that's for sure. Do I have member? What do you mean, do I have member? Western Bulldogs to lose to the Giants by a single point. No, that's not. Why is it draw on 10? Bro, what is this? I can't click on it now. Why is it draw or 10? What do you call this? Anyway, Carlton. Just stick it there then. Freo. Stick it there. There you go. And then why isn't it updating the ladder though? Because surely the Bulldogs will be down here and Free will be up. It's not updating the ladder based on what I predicted. That's just ridiculous, that is. And then based on that, again, same thing. Sydney. Oh, Brisbane Cup. No, that's what. No, wait. So the finals just changed based on what I did here. So this is what I'd go for. Giants. Brisbane. There you go. Membership to buy. Membership of what? Paul be out and trace us again, guaranteed. Now swap Dogs, Geovish result, and Carlton Saints result. I mean, this one ain't updating the ladder, so I'll just take this one out. Why can't I just go previous game, mate? Is it because I've done this? I don't want to reset all 9. I just want to change. Okay, there you go. I was going to say, I'm just like, you know what, mate? Alright. So you want me to change Carlton... Carlton St Kilda and alright, St Kilda by 2 goals. And then Bulldogs win. So if that happens, this is what would be the final. So if I swap those 2 results around, then it would be like, oh, Sydney would still play Geelong, Brisbane would play Freo, I'd say they would win that. I'm gonna back us against the Dogs, the Blues, or Freo if we manage to play them somehow. I think we'd beat them. Lions at the Gabba, probably not. That one I tipped Brisbane. So yeah, then I'd go Brisbane again to play Geelong. It seems like it's destiny based on my predictions that these two play each other. No, it's not. Actually, no, it's not. It's not destiny. No, yeah, it will be destiny. Actually, yeah, never mind. I'm thinking something else. Then Port, same grand final again. Port to beat Sydney. Sydney can never beat Port. There's a first time for everything. You don't want the Dogs to win and Carlton to pass on percentage. For Carlton to pass us on percentage, they would have to beat St Kilda by a big margin, and we're playing North. So we'd have to like how much bigger a margin do they need compared to us? Considering we got 17th and they got St Kilda, who actually are playing quite well right now. So yeah, that predictor is done. Carlton know exactly what margin they need, so they can chase it down. Yeah, against St Kilda, who are not that bad. You acting like St Kilda just gonna stand there and be like, yeah, you know what, do what you want, mate. Like literally, they limited West Coast to 34 points, and they only won by 2 more points than us. And you're acting like they're gonna smash St Kilda by this huge margin. Hello, Carla, how you doing? So yeah, these are the tips I'm gonna stick with. I think some definitely could be wrong. I mean, Collingwood could be wrong. I don't think Geelong will be wrong. Gold Coast, you never know, but I'm confident they can win. I believe in the Hawks, of course. Brisbane and Sydney have 2 easy home games. Dogs Giants could be anything. That is the most 50-50 I have ever seen. Carlton St Kilda would be quite interesting, but I think Carlton will win. And I think Freo can beat Port, like I've been saying for weeks now, so not going to go back on that now. Check on something now. I need to check how long I've been streaming this week. I want to see that. I want to get a grand total. You're a Geelong fan. You're sad that Geelong lost to Saints. Well, Saints are just too good the second half, unfortunately for you. 11 hours. $11 hours 40. Let me work this out. 11 hours 40. At 11 hours 42:14 on Twitch. I think it would be the best team from outside the 8. Are they? Right now I'd say that's probably Freo, to be fair. Yeah, so I've been live. This is not including this stream, but this week I've streamed 16 hours, 49 minutes, 42 seconds. So that's 4 streams on Twitch, 2 streams on YouTube. Not sure I ever stream that much ever again. Ravino isn't here. He's never here when Os from the chat is prepping everyone. Now, when Ravino's here, he turns up. His main account turns up first, then he doesn't. He doesn't show up for results first. That's not a Ravino move. That's more a you move, Mospy. You mean by current form? Yeah, current form maybe. Saints won 4 of the last 5. It is one. There's the thing. Like, Mas Piggy reckons that Carlton will beat Saints by this huge margin to overtake Hawthorn. He's acting like they're playing Richmond or something. Like you gotta play the Tigers or North to like, or even West Coast to get these like huge results. So yeah, I'm gonna end it there. The chat's died down now, but yeah, I'll stick with my tips. There's a few that could definitely be wrong, but you never know. Bro says Saints have given up. Did you watch yesterday? This guy's gone for a minute for chatting nonsense. My days. Bro said the Saints have given up. This guy just writes troll comments for no reason. But anyway, Yeah, a big shout out to the 3 Big Tripper members. Your average target frog, Ravino and Ethan. None of them have been in the chat today, which is interesting because normally at least one of them is, especially Ethan. But I'm looking forward to seeing how this season goes down. Very excited to see the very final round, and happy to see that the Hawks will be in there in the finals. But I'm hoping that we don't end up facing President Nagaba, because that would be very annoying. At least against the Dogs or the Cats. Sorry, not the Cats. At least against the Dogs or the Blues, we'd stand a bit of a chance. So even Frio if we do play them. But yeah, it's been fun. And it's been just over 40 minutes now. So I've been live in total 17 hours 29 minutes, I think. 17 hours, 17 and a half hours. It's gone over that now, because it was and 42 seconds. Only chance of form, better form. Yeah, to be fair, yeah, been alright. But yeah, this is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and goodbye.